And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another day, another edition here of the OSC Elite Rising Star number 17, day number 3. I'm of course just at VIP with him, joined by these amazing players, by the people in chats, and by my plushies as well. Welcome, welcome, one and all, to another day here of the Rising Star events. Again, for those that may be a little bit unaware, the OSC Elite Rising Star is a tournament that's been running for many years at this point that does feature up and coming players. It is locked, it is restricted away from players that have otherwise achieved a little bit too much in their careers. So the best of the best players are not eligible to compete in this tournament, but the up and comers are players like Jumi, players like Young Yakov, players like Mute, Shameless, Demi, HiGhDrA, and many more. Speaking of the event itself, we can head on over here to the bracket. We can catch up on what has been going on the first 2 days of the event, who remains, and who is involved in a tournament like this. Let's go. Let us go. Exclamation mark, be in the chat to have a look at the bracket yourselves. Let us head on over here. Oh.
Why should your workday be like everyone else?
Oh. Hold on. Feels ads, man. Un momento, papi, un momento. There we go. Bam. Bam, there we go. As you can see, when it comes to the event itself, it's been running for 2 weeks at this point. 2 weeks is the third week of the event, and again, this should be running for over a month more time at this point. It's a very long event, a double elimination bracket, of course. Double elimination, a lot of games, a lot of matches to transpire here. As you can see from the top, we have players like Art, we have the other Arts, we have HiGhDrA, Jumi, Ledlix, MidVK, Mute, Bappy, Prome, ReBellioN, Sebestus, Shameless, Triple, UD Soldier, Jamek, Baby Marine, Foxer, Honmono, Moja, Nikrat, Percival, Demi, Hatsu, Iba, Mixu, and Young Yakov. Let's go, let's go. So again, we do have a wide array of players here from all around the world, from Korea, from Latino America, from Europa as well, and of course the Americas itself. So players from all around, again, all up and coming, all kind of like that step below, you know, the best of the best players, like your Serals, your Rainers, your Clems, your Bjorns, for example. These are the players that are still looking to make a name for themselves. I will say that a lot of them have been improving so much this year, and do regularly even compete against those other aforementioned top players. Players like Shameless comes to mind, players like Percival recently as well coming to mind as well. These are the kind of players that I have my eyes on to maybe even win the entire tournament. Your Shameless, your Percival, Young Yakov as well, and many others. When it comes to the tournaments, as you can see, we have our brackets, and what matches are we going to be covering here tonight? We're going to be in the upper bracket, at least initially, following ReBellioN versus HiGhDrA. Winner goes up against Jumi in the next round. That is going to be our first series. Likewise, we're also going to be covering Ledlix versus Mute. Winner goes up against Percival. We're also going to be covering those two matches as well, as Percival did take Sebestus 2-1, did take him down earlier. We're also going to be covering Shameless versus Demi. True, this upper match. So Shameless versus Demi is going to be taking place. Demi did surprise us last week with his 2-0 win over Bappy. Again, it was a crazy win, a crazy upset. So Shameless versus Demi is going to be going on. We have ReBellioN versus HiGhDrA, Ledlix versus Mute, and Percival versus the winner of Ledlix and Mute. Those are going to be the 4 matches we're going to be covering here tonight in today's broadcast. And later on this evening, in around 6 or so hours time, sorry, 7+ hours time, we're going to be live with the lower brackets. A lot of these players that have been knocked out have not been eliminated. There is a second bracket here, a lower bracket, to catch those otherwise fallen players and to give them another opportunity to recover and to have a deep run in the tournament. So there's still a lot of matches to go on here. I mean, there's even more rounds further to the left. It's just there's so many rounds that they can't even all fit on the Wikipedia page. So there's a lot of matches to go on to continue this event. Again, we'll be running for over a month's time from this moment. Otherwise, time to jump in. Time to jump into our first series of the broadcast. Time to jump into ReBellioN versus HiGhDrA in the PvP. Let's go. Let us go. As a reminder, HiGhDrA, of course, he's our most recent Epic Land champion and did head on over here to the UK. That was what, like 2 weeks ago at this point, 2 weekends ago. Did head on over, did compete, and did come out victorious. But we'll see how he compares to the Korean Protoss player. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the blue Protoss player himself from the land of the Netherlands. It is HiGhDrA. And And spawning into the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the pink Protoss player. We have the South Green Protoss from among SSU people. It is ReBellioN. Let's go. And if you're in the chat, predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat. Let's go. Oh, that's in the other actually. Exactly, man, exactly. They did play versus each other in the previous edition. Yes, they did play versus each other in OSC Elite Rising Star number 16. That's true. So much Protoss. Hope Berserk makes it through, or Terran. I mean, when it comes to the competitive scene, when it comes to the competitive nature of StarCraft, it is very Protoss heavy. That's just the reality of it. That's why there's a very high amount of Protoss players in all tournaments, not just this event, but in all Open Cups. Just a very high quantity of them. So we'll have plenty of PvPs, of course. But there are some key Terrans and Zerg players that we expect to go far. As we mentioned, I did mention Percival, I did mention Young Yakov. Like, those are the two that are definitely in my eyes to make it deep in this event for their respective races. But now then, 2-gate opener at a ReBellioN, likewise 2-gate opener at a HiGhDrA known as proxying. We have our second pylons in both of our main bases here, so no proxy, no shenanigans, nothing too spicy in game one. Here we go. Here we go. So now we are going to be getting into our first units of choice. From here we can go double Adept, double Stalker, Stalker Sentry, or Sentry Expand. What's it going to be? Cybercore is now done. We have a Stalker Sentry out of HiGhDrA. Meanwhile, Stalker Adept out of ReBellioN. Interesting. HiGhDrA is going for a much more standard opener. The purpose here of opening up with an earlier Sentry is to be more defensive, is to scout across the map, give yourself some scouting information, give yourself an idea of what your opponent's taking into, and the timing of their expansions, the timing of their tech. Likewise, we'll have defensive force fields to help defend as well. The pylon block here does lock the probe into the base, so ReBellioN cannot escape. That's going to be a dead worker. ReBellioN on the flip side did open up with a Stalker Adept. Stalker defends, Adept can race across the map to scout across the map, and we even have that earlier tech as well. Late expansion at ReBellioN. Meanwhile, HiGhDrA did let it finish. That should not have happened. Oh, a bit of a mistake here from HiGhDrA, so wasted DPS, and also locked into the main base as well. He has to break out, so there's the expansion for both players. But as we mentioned, we did see ReBellioN skip out on any additional warp-ins in favor of the Stargate. So Oracle's on the way. Now HiGhDrA, he should be able to confirm this with the hallucination. There we go. Hallucination does move out. Adept, I believe, was caught. Yep, was caught. So nice catch out of HiGhDrA. Nice catch. Hallucination does move out. Breaks in. And does get eyes on the Oracle. So nice scouting here. He's fully aware of what's going on. Oh, and even setting up a proxy across the map. Okay. Throws in the pylon, sets up the proxy. And is ready to counterattack. Now, because of the scouts, we already see the shield battery is done. 2 stalkers in the main base mineral line. 2 sentries trying to defend the ramp. Oh, emphasis on trying. 1 probe still does fall. Gets 1, gets up. Doesn't get 2. Barely not. Doesn't get 2 workers. HiGhDrA does defend, and HiGhDrA is going for his own Twilight Council. So Twilight Council in the blink. Of course, ReBellioN does have higher tech, but a big reason for that is, again, delayed warp-ins or skipped warp-ins. HiGhDrA moving out, applying pressure. With these early sentries, he can try to look down the army. Yes, there are little stalkers, but HiGhDrA can slice up this army with force fields, lock it down, and pick away. Oh, nice pickup here. The Oracle does not get the Stalker. Last Stalker does survive. Oh my god, the Oracle goes down. Nice pickup here by HiGhDrA. ReBellioN now he knows what's coming his way, throwing down a second shield battery. So he's getting more batteries, warping another Stalker. Shows those force fields. Oh, it doesn't get them. Oh, it does not get them, unfortunately here. So some wasted force fields, did not lock down the army, was missing maybe 1 more force field. Yeah, unfortunately just mistimed. I think he just assumed he had more energy. And with that, ReBellioN defense. ReBellioN, he does defend. Both players are building up into their 2 base economies. Robo follow-up here out of ReBellioN as well. And we're getting in towards the mid game. From here, our players should be expanding. There we go. 3rd base for ReBellioN, 3rd base for HiGhDrA. So both players are going to be expanding. HiGhDrA gets supply blocks. From here, we can build up. As ReBellioN does have a slightly earlier opening timing. And, oh, there's still no 3rd base. ReBellioN pokes in. Now we get the 3rd on the way. And ReBellioN, he can out-control. Goes for the sentry. Ooh, but a bit of miscontrol here. He does miss a blink. Oh no! 3 Stalkers! 3 Stalkers go down. That should not have happened. ReBellioN had blink. It does mess up. Takes a bit of fight here on top of the ramp. HiGhDrA should not be here. Uh-oh. Yeah, HiGhDrA should not be here. Trying to push up a ramp into a concave. Reinforcements are on the way. And with those reinforcements, HiGhDrA actually he's breaking through. Okay. Once again, lack of control there from ReBellioN, unable to blink away in time. Didn't avoid those shots, and HiGhDrA, he just overwhelms. And we just keep going. We can just keep going. He's going for the 3rd. Can he force a cancel? So as they poke in. We get 13 to 6. HiGhDrA still has the higher counts. The expansion finishes, which means that might just be a kill. And if that's a kill, that's going to be game. You can't lose the expansion. There we go. Blinks are available. Speaking of. Up. Oh, we'll lose 1. Oh, toss blink away. Barely snipes the expansion. Force a recall. We'll lose 2 extra stalkers in the process. But did kill the 3rd. And HiGhDrA, he has a massive lead here. He's up a base, he's up an economy. And when it comes to the army size, he has an equivalent Stalker count. He's down in Immortals, but he's working on his own. Oh, ReBellioN, upon losing the 3rd base, had to catch up. Double expand, and going for the 3rd and 4th base. I mean, that's the way to do it. It's an expensive way to do it, but sure. Let's go. See if he can pull this off. Likewise, HiGhDra's building up. As ReBellion's trying to re-expand and taking 2 bases, HiGhDra's getting more gateways, more warp-ins, more of an army, and getting ready for his push. So it all leads into a massive advantage here for HiGhDrA, as ReBellioN is still playing catch-up. Still stuck playing catch-up. Say shed into the natural. Probes are being 1-shot, getting 1, 2, 3 probe kill. Just 2. 2 probes so far. Ooh, unable to shade away. Unable to shade. Not the best trade from HiGhDrA. Trading 2 for 2. One behind a Dark Shrine. Dark Shrine is on the way for ReBellioN. Again, he still has a lot of recovering to do. DTs, they can't help make up for it. Unfortunately, there's an observer with the main army. Now, thankfully for ReBellioN, there's only 1 observer, right? There's only 1 observer with the army. There's no 2nd observer defending the bases. So there's potential for Dark Templar to harass. There's potential. But when it comes to the main fight, HiGhDrA should not lose this. He should not lose this. He has a massive advantage. And with that, the Immortal goes down. Zelce do charge on in. They charge on in. Boys are being pulled away, but again, there's no escape. There's no escaping this army. There's no escaping HiGhDrA. He breaks down the front door, pushes into the 3rd base, and again, ReBellioN barely has a standing army left. We have DTs warping in, but there should be an observer with the army. No, go smite. Okay. We saw the observer got sniped. DTs are on the way. Let's go, Bobby. Let's go. And this will keep ReBellioN alive. does keep him alive. He has to get the hell out of there. Has to pull away. Oh! This one does pull out the Immortal. Jesus. Yeah, brutal target firing. We'll lose the Immortal. We'll lose the Archon. They do somewhat trade. And where is that Observer? Cannons are being thrown down. Observer has arrived at the third. Doesn't kill the base. Actually, barely doesn't kill the expansion. And even though ReBellioN survives, and even though, yes, he does have a fourth, he lost so many probes, he lost so much of his army. This is still not good enough. But he stays alive at least. Jesus, that's a lot of... There's 4 cannons at the third base. We have 2 cannons at the natural. We have 1 cannon in the main. It should be good enough. Cannons even finishing up here at the fourth. And here comes the second wave, this time with detection. Oh no, the observers! Yeah, they go too far. No, that's... He loses 1. The other observer barely gets away. I spoke too soon. Observer gets sniped. That was on HiGhDrA. He'll lose both observers, but he should still have enough, even with defensive DTs. Like, speaking of, there it is. So again, HiGhDrA did slip up. He has to pull away. He has to pull back. And GG. And GG gets called with that. HiGhDrA comes in with the Observer, has the final detection, and HiGhDrA does take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. HiGhDrA does take a lead in the series. Again, HiGhDrA, he was able to take a very comfortable lead early on when it came to the initial openers, when it came to claiming his third base, building up his army, and of course, able to catch his opponent in the center of the map as well. We saw a lot of Stalkers going down early on. We saw he was bleeding out a lot of units, a lot of supply, and in the end, he was punished. We saw a very comfortable game there from HiGhDrA, outside of the fact, of course, of the Dark Templar. Like, the DTs were an annoyance, but I mean, that was after he already had maintained a lead, after he had killed the third Nexus of ReBellioN. GG. GG well played. Again, ReBellion's goal there was to try to recover economically by double expanding, but it would take so long for that to occur, and HiGhDrA didn't give him the time. Did not back up, did not give him that time. GG, we're now loading into game number 2. Let's go. Here we go. As we're getting to that second game and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Incorporeal, we have the blue Protoss player from the land of the Netherlands leading the series 1-0. It is HiGhDrA. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the pink Protoss player. We have the South Korean Protoss representing among us the 2 people. It is ReBellioN. Here we go. Here we go. For now, we're going to be settling into our second game. Once again, welcome to Incorporeal. Incorporeal is a larger map of the map pool. Because it's larger, there are more places to proxy. True, there are more proxy locations, so we can potentially try to hide some tech and go for some cheeky builds and some cheeky play. Otherwise, we'll see how our players do adjust. For now, 2 gate. 2 gate openers all around. Once again, we'll keep an eye on the initial pairing of units. Last game, HiGhDrA did open up a Sentry Stalker, and ReBellioN went Stalker Adept. So we'll see if that trend continues. We'll see if we do adjust. As ReBellioN does spot the probe scout, is aware. And HiGhDrA does go in for a scout. Did veer off to the right hand side for a moment, but is going in to confirm what's going on. ReBellioN does go for a fake pylon. Oh, never mind. For a moment that I was like, fake pylon? Nah, it's real. It's going to be a very real pylon here. Now, HiGhDrA, he does scout, he does confirm the pylon is missing. He knows. He counts the pylons, he sees, oh, there's only one pylon in the main base, no other pylon within sight. Something is wrong, something is amiss. And does he believe it? Does he believe it's fake? As is a proxy robo, one base all in. Defensive robo, good call here by HiGhDrA. He's going for the hard counter. So HiGhDrA, he would be in a bit of an awkward position here if it was a proxy Stargate, and he'd be in an awful position if it was a fake pylon. But here he gambles a little bit. He throws down a third gateway, a robo. It is a very strong reaction. He believes it is a real proxy, and it is. As a result, HiGhDrA, he's going to have an equivalence production, essentially. Like, he's up a gateway. He's going to be equivalent when it comes to the robo production, when it comes to the immortals. So far, the reactions are solid, and it's going to be a difficult game here for ReBellioN. Immortals on the way. HiGhDrA is still looking, though. He's still looking, still scouting. Searching for the proxy. Scouts on the right-hand side. Scouts bottom left as well. As he fans out. Does he check the Zelnaga tower? He gets spotted. Spotted by ReBellioN. More Stalkers rallying together. The first Immortal has arrived. HiGhDrA, he may lose some of these Stalkers. HiGhDrA scouts. Yeah, he does scout. Does come with the robo. Does go for the counterattack. He has to be so careful with that sentry. Oh, there's a force field. Sentry is picked off. ReBellioN is racing back. The pylon is going to be targeted down. But it's going to be a one-way trip here. The Immortal has arrived, and these 4 Stalkers, can he manage to recall away? So far, he gets a pylon. There's a recall. He will lose 1. Oh, 3 Stalkers go down. That is brutal. So really shaky start for HiGhDrA. I mean, he did delay. He did force the entire army back home. He killed a pylon. That is something. But again, that is 3 Stalkers falling already. So ReBellion's moving in. Meanwhile, HiGhDrA did go for a War Prison first, so really smart, really risky. So basically what's going to happen here, HiGhDrA, his goal is to defend with bare minimum. He's defending with sentries with force fields. So because of the force fields, ReBellioN should not be able to force his way up the ramp, or it's going to be more dedicated, more committed to do so by juggling over. It's not an easy call to make, and HiGhDrA going for the backstab at the same time. Go preserves the gateway. The rest of the army has arrived. Do you see the pylon under fire? HiGhDrA, he does pick up. We get an OK force field, and ReBellioN, does he commit in? He pulls away. He pulls away. He thinks better of it. Again, the robo is depowered. And no more reinforcements. So, unlike ReBellioN, HiGhDrA can actually keep making immortals. He can just keep making immortals. ReBellioN no longer can. The robo itself is going to be sniped. Oh, no! Yeah, not quite. The robo is barely saved. Remember, ReBellioN, he can always siege up his War Prism and start to reduce, or just get another pylon. But on the flip side, even though the robo didn't go down, HiGhDrA is at least distracting, right? He's distracting ReBellioN. Oh, no, the prism! No, the prism! It's gonna go down! Massive pickup! Gets a prism. The immortals are exposed. They're on their own. Nice time from HiGhDrA. Remember, without that prism, he cannot rebuild another. Second robo is on the way. Second robo is on the way. HiGhDrA, he confirms there's an expansion. Oh, the prism has to be careful. Oh. Pick up, does pull away. Brutal interception. And HiGhDrA breaks out. Actually, he does break out. The Phoenix does give chase. And the Prism will fall. Does he snipe the Phoenix? He does not. And Prism goes out. It's going to be another 4 dead Stalkers. Oof. At the same time, we do see HiGhDrA rallying everything across the map. He's got his 4 Immortals, and he should be able to outposition. Remember, there's no Warp Prism. There's no Warp Prism. So the goal here should be to break into the main base. But there's a Sentry. There's a Force Field. He's going to get caught out. At the same time, he can also Force Field the entrance. So we've got the counter Force Fields. And he does engage. There's Lift of the Phoenix. Oh, one Immortal is caught out. So a shaky fight here for HiGhDrA. Very shaky. Gets one of the Immortals. Gets one. Breaks through the Stalkers. And HiGhDrA will still take this fight. And he'll still barely take it. Again, we're getting messy. Oh. Gets the final Immortal. Has to respect the Stalkers though. So we land another Force Field. Barely another. Prism was late to react. Does recall. We'll end up losing one of the Immortals though. Oh, really? Get out of here, Pappy. Get out of here. Alright, it's gonna give it up. Yeah, brutal loss there for HiGhDrA. And again, like, on the one hand, HiGhDra's been doing well for himself. But at the same time, some of these fights have been very inefficient. Very inefficient. Despite having a larger army, despite having a lot more potential. I mean, there's been some slip-ups here and there. So still very tense. All in all, HiGhDrA still has the higher Immortal count. He has no equivalent Stalker count. So HiGhDrA still has a better army, but it comes down to the control. Comes down to the unit control. I mean, I say that without a defensive Immortal here, ReBellioN, he cannot make a stand. There we go, one Immortal has arrived. He needs a Force Field, needs to lift the opposing Immortals, zone away the Warp Prism. It's not going to be easy. He only has 1 Sentry. Oh. Nice Force Fields, catching out at the depth, and a Stalker. Third Immortal has arrived. HiGhDrA should have enough. He should have enough here. We go for the lift. Lifts up all 3 Immortals, actually. Oh my god. All 3 Immortals are lifted. Shields are triggered. Immortals, they do land. And with that, HiGhDrA, he overwhelms. He overwhelms the ground army. He breaks on through, takes out the final Immortal. And with that, HiGhDrA, he has done a GG gets called. HiGhDrA will take the series 2-0. GG. Whew. GG all played. He will claim the series. Again, a very intense back and forth here. A bit of a shaky game despite the fact that HiGhDrA had a really good build. He had a really good response. He did respond with his own robo, with his own 3-gate setup, his own defensive setup, assuming that it was a real proxy and assuming correctly. But there were a couple of key moments. For example, when he moved out initially across the map with his 4 Stalkers, he lost 3 of them. He lost 3 Stalkers for a Pylon and a Sentry. A really, really rough trade there for HiGhDrA. Following that, of course, the moment where he was caught out in the center of the map, when he lost even more Stalkers as he was forced to counterattack. Like, there were a couple of key moments where he was pushing, he got caught out of position, he had to commit, he lost extra units. So he had some really rough fights, but overall he still did have the advantage and still maintained that advantage as well. GG. GG all played. And with that, congratulations, HiGhDrA does advance on into the next round, and we are going to be moving on to our next series, to our next best of 3.